Last time we looked at the rather muddled ownership of the voice of the customer (VOC) in most organizations. This important part of understanding what customers want, how they feel, and what's on their minds is claimed by many in the organization, but properly owned by nobody. Sadly, the same can be said for the voice of the employee, VOTE. Very cool acronym, VCA. With the voice of the customer, the vote is an important part of making decent decisions, engaging the workforce, aligning the operations and hitting the targets. There are all kinds of groups in the organization that really ought to be listening and aren't, and claim to be listening, but don't do it well. The obvious place to start with owning the vote is the HR department. You know, the ones who are forever clapping on about culture and inclusion and diversity. Sure, they may oversee the annual employee engagement survey, and they certainly get dragged into it when a given employee's voice is saying things the organization doesn't necessarily want to hear. But where is their official mandate to be in charge of the vote? It could be argued that the vote is far too important to leave to one department, and it should be the center point of every chief executive's world. After all, it's rarely the crow who holds those tedious town halls with all the employees a few times a year. It's the CEO. He or she will tell you how critical it is to be snout to snout with the front line. They'll go on about how listening, really listening, yields the insights and ideas that keep organizations innovative and nimble and whatever else is popular just now. Surely, in the span of an hour of quality time, your CEO can gauge sentiment, pick up actionable ideas, celebrate the heck out of someone's 25th year of service, and generally just chill and riff. In theory, that's fantastic. In reality, the local office spent hours handpicking the participants precisely for their ability to smile, nod, ask insightful but not uncomfortable questions, and not dribble salsa down their fronts while they do it. Loading up a room full of Tigger employees is just a big happy bubble of confirmation bias. Okay, so the CEO only gets to hear the voices that are more or less agreeing with her vision to jowl, so nothing helpful there. How about the terrific Bright Ideas initiative you kicked off last year? You know, the one you used Slacker, Slicker, Slime, or whatever that's called to build a nifty online collaboration platform where employees could put out their best ideas, debate, discuss and blow each other's minds with the sheer untapped brilliance inside the organization. Didn't you hand out sunglasses when you launched it? You know, 'cause the future's so bright and all that. Your innovation program may or may not be humming along. I hope it is. It's a good idea and offers the vote a place to go be heard. The truth is, most of these ideas fizzle within the first few quarters, due mostly to neglect, but that's a rant for another day. Even if your idea program is working, it's probably not giving you a whole lot in the way of sentiment, actionable feedback or burning platform stuff. It's giving you a slice of the vote in the form of ideas for products or efficiencies. All good data, but far from complete. In larger organizations, the overlords will quite logically concede they can't actually hear the vote over the noise of the boardroom projector fan, and they will suggest that it's the business unit leaders who really need to step up and do some active listening. Which is perfectly right. In fact, I suggest that if you want to make someone accountable for the vote, then your unit leaders are the ones. But for the reasons noted above, these people are not exactly getting that whole truth to power goodness either. The voice of the employee is a battle of the bands.